Hi Tera fans, this is Tera, Solo Gamer. Today we're going to be talking about the Christmas and New Year events. Some of you will recall I did a video a couple weeks ago about patch 102.01 when they announced it, and it wasn't actually going to go into effect until a week later, and unfortunately fortunately for me, I went out of state for the Christmas season for about a week. So I was not here last week to record it when it actually happened. So the one thing I will show you visually really quickly, the Vanguard Initiative Quartermaster, which is here or also on the Island of Dawn. If you go there, you can see that we now have the Entropy Accessories in the store. So we can buy them for about 500 credits each. Now, you can choose from pumped or from carving, so you do get to mix those up a little bit, and we still have the enigmatic Mistel circlet. Now, unfortunately, they apparently did not put the other circlet in here that goes along with the regular accessories and stuff, and they did not put the gear back like we used to have. You know, I was hoping they would put like Stormcry or something. And the other thing is, I haven't been able to test it because I haven't created a new character, but they were going to have in fresh arms and legs, to where now we were going to start off with Stormcry as the lowest level of gear. But whenever they've done it in the past, when we went up to Frost Metal from what it used to be, and even when they switched around to different types of fresh arms and legs quests, where you used to see Kai or whatever, every time before they reset the fresh arms and legs so you can come to Ducal and get the new gear. It didn't happen this time, apparently. So if you're like me and you have a whole bunch of alternate characters across 5 different gamer tags, many of whom only have Stormcry because that was the last lowest level gear that we had. Now the lowest level gear is Stormcry. Apparently you may be stuck still with Frost Metal unless you go and upgrade all of that to Stormcry, which I am not going to do for all the different alternate characters because that's just a lot. But we're actually here to talk about the December Christmas and New Year events. So if you don't know how to check those things, you can go to your main menu to Event, and we want Event in Progress. That'll always show you what the current events are. It takes you to the web browser. And you can see we have the Christmas Santa event going on, which I look forward to every year. Great event. Snowfield. And, okay, the Christmas and New Year event announcement is what I want to look at first. And, of course, you look at the top, Tera-console.com, even if you're on your laptop or whatever. If you ever want to check out the events and things going on, you just go to that website. That's the official website for Tera Console. All right. Today is 29 December. Like I said, I was out of town for a week for the Christmas season. And it's, well, depending on the different event, we'll get to the different dates as far as ending. All right, we have the Santa event, which runs from 22 December until 5 January. So we still have about a week left for that. Number 2 is the Wintera Snowfield Event from the 22nd until January 26th. So we still have almost a month left for that. That is a PvP or player versus player thing, so I've never personally done it. You can get little rewards and stuff. We'll look at that. There's a level boosting event going on from 22 December until 4 January. And for each person when you log in, you get a level 65 scroll. Once per account. So no matter how many different characters you have in one account, you're only going to get it with whichever one logged in first. On as far as your characters, you get one character on each account. Then we have the Christmas and Happy New Year hot login event from 22 December until 1 January. Still a couple days left for that. Okay, I missed the Christmas day. But the New Year with Tera special login event will be 31 December and 1 January. So you can get more hot login events then. The Heroic Oath Gear Enchanting event is running from 22 December until 5 January. Almost a week left for that. And again, with Heroic Oath Gear, it's enchanting times 2. So each time you try to enchant, you actually have double the percentage chance of upgrading, or excuse me, enchanting that particular piece of heroic oath gear, but only from level 0 to 6. It stops at level 6. From 7 to 9, you're on your own. Then we have the Stormcry Gear Enchanting Jackpot event from 22 December through 5 January. And then it'll happen again on 14 January through 16 January. And again, that's time 2 opportunity for enchanting up each level, up for all 9 levels of it. And we have item XP times 2 during those same event periods. But we'll get to that again too, a couple down. Dungeon highlights. 1.5 drop rate increase in all dungeons. We got one going on now from 24 December to 2 January. Then it will happen again 14 January to 16 January. And then again from 28 January through 30 January. Now the item XP events, you will get double the item XP for all your Vanguard rewards or whatever you're doing that earns item experience points. You get times 2 from January 7th to January 9th, from January 14th to January 16th, and then again from January 28th through January 30th. But then we also have item XP times 3 events. So you're going to get triple the amount of item XP for all those different things you do to get your item XP. Started on 24 December going through 2 January. And then again from 21 January through 23 January. So we still got some time left for the current event. And then again 21 to 23 January. Weekend Hot Time event. We'll have another one of those 21 through 22 January. So that one's only 2 days. So be sure you log in on that weekend. Alright, we're going to special. You can get each item every 30 minutes. In total 9 kinds of items. And they list a few things there. I noticed the last time we not only got, they don't list all 9 items. They do mention the Stormcry footwear. You'll get tall body, big head, big breast, stigma chest rear only, typical. You also get Stormcry footwear. Typically, I've noticed we get Stormcry footwear and Stormcry handwear. The last time I had one of these, I actually got the Stormcry footwear, handwear, and body armor. So I don't know for sure because they don't list all the items, but when that date comes, go ahead and see what you get. You know, because I can't guarantee it since they don't list it. We have a level up event from 14 January through 25 January. I'm sorry, 14 December through 25 January. We typically have these things going on all the time where you create a new character, you level them up to level 65. I believe it usually begins around level 15. And then every 10 levels, starting with like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then again at 65, where you typically get little food buffs, maybe some temporary clothing type items, some temporary auto-gather pets, things like that when you hit certain levels as rewards. So the level up events are typically going on pretty much all the time, and the current event is going from 14 December through 25 January. And then we have a log-in event, 14 December through 25 January. That's that 30, well, I don't know how many days. The accumulated daily login events that typically is going on most of the time. That's going on again through 25 January. And then we have, okay, that's already over because I wasn't here for that time. Let's see if I remember. Okay. All right, so that was the overall events. Now we'll take a quick look at the Wintera Snowfield Event. Again, this is player versus player, or PvP. I've never done it myself before because I don't do PvP, but for those of you who are in that kind of thing, it began on 21 December, and it's going to go before maintenance 26 January. So I'm assuming basically 25 January is when it'll pretty much end. Event Battleground Wintera Snowfield. It's a 3 versus 3 kind of thing. So when you log into it, you'll be teamed up with 2 other people, I guess, and then you'll fight against 3 other people who have entered into it. And that's going from December 22nd through January 26th. When you're in the battleground, okay, your class skills don't make any difference when you're doing this. You make snowballs to attack the other side, or can obtain useful items from attacking boxes. So apparently there are boxes you can also attack, or you attack the other people who are playing on the other team. If you charge and throw it, the damage will be increased. Due to the blizzard, the available battle area will get smaller as time goes. So I guess you start out with a certain area to fight in, and then it gets smaller and smaller. You win the battleground if you knock down all the outside players. So that's how you win, knock down the opposing team. When the battleground's finished, rewards will be automatically given according to the results. If you win, you get 3 Wintera tokens, and you get 13,000 Bellicarium credits. If you lose, you get 1 Wintera token and 4,300 Bellicarium credits. So apparently, this is a PvP game you can play, and whether you win or lose, you're still going to win something. Just get less if you lose and more if you win. And finally, the Christmas Santa event. I love this event. I do it every year. Matter of fact, I spend a lot of time typically doing this every year. I've already missed almost a week, I guess, because, again, I was out of state traveling for the Christmas season. But it does run from 21 December through 5 January. So at least I've still got about a week left to enjoy it. The Santa Spawn event returns 22 December, 5 January. Okay, hunt Fat Santas and Tiny Santas to get locked toy box. Fat Santa and Tiny Santa will be spawned in some regions of Arborea. You can obtain locked toy box by hunting the Santas. Now, each day you should get a toy box key in your parcel post to open a box. Typically, the biggest thing is you get a whole bunch of toy boxes and not nearly enough keys to open them all. But at least you can open some that you get. But you also get a lot of other good drops. Now, this is the daily spawn schedule. For North America, where I am, first they give the time in UTC, or Universal Time. Let me go up here. You can see up there it says the times in UTC, but then it translates it to Pacific Standard Time. So the first wave happens from 12 noon until 1600, which is 4 p.m., because we're in North America, so a lot of people don't use the 24-hour time that a lot of other countries do use. And then the second wave happens at 4 in the morning until that's UTC. Pacific Standard Time is actually 8 p.m. until midnight, or 2000 and 2400. And like in my case, I'm on the Eastern Coast, so I'm in the Eastern Time Zone, so I know I need to add like 3 hours to those. So for me, this one is 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. And then this one is like 11 at night until 3 in the morning. Yeah, that's about right. So you got Pacific Standard Time that you can just translate that if you need to, or if you know how to translate from UTC time, which you can do, online, look it up, whatever, you can do it that way. So depending on which time zone you're in, you can figure that out. And of course, you're on those other servers that gave the different times for those. Again, toy box keys will be sent daily via parcel post. You can use those to open your toy boxes. And these are some of the possible rewards from the toy boxes. I'm not going to sit here and read them all to you. But I can tell you in the past, I have gotten most of those. Headliner and Conjurer costumes, I'm not sure. I know several times I've gotten Cold War bomber jackets, Santa alpacas, several of those. Those Eland Helper, green and red, I've gotten quite a few of those in the past. And of course, most of what you're going to end up getting are the Brilliant Enchanting Chest, Champion Enchanting Chest, Ducal Guild Supplies, and then some of your other possible things there. Crafter's Cure-All. I love those because I do a lot of crafting and gathering. You might get gold or silver plate or metamorphic emblems. All right. And that is that for the actual listings of the events. And I was apparently in the web browser for so long it kicked me out of the game. So that just happened before when I'm recording. It's like, All right, I already showed you the Vanguard Merchant, which was the only carryover really from 102.01 video that I wanted to show you the visual, but I couldn't at the time because it didn't happen until I was out of state for Christmas. All right, now the Santa event, actually you can find these things. Wait a minute, let me kill the chat thing because I hate chat. And let me zoom out for what I'm about to do. The Santa event, actually you can find these Santas in the outskirts of many of the towns around the world. But a lot of people swear by going outside of High Watch and down the road there. And over the years, I've done this every year. And I spend a lot of time hunting these Santas. And there is one now. This one is a Fat Santa. Okay? So all you do is you run up to Santa and you start hitting him. Just attack him. And you see he starts dropping stuff. And if you happen to have a pet that has auto loot, that makes this a little bit easier. Now what the Santas will do is run away from you, but the Santas won't hit you. Now of course if you annoy some of the surrounding monsters, if you watch the lower right corner, you can see some of the items that I'm picking up at the time. You get a lot of those fireworks 7 days, and they do not stack, so they will fill up your inventory really quick. So every once in a while you may need to go through your inventory and just delete a bunch of those firework things. You see Friendly Peace down there, Filters Bravery, Draconis Missive. That's a good one. I'm going to try to show you that one in a little bit. Alright, and you can see the fat one, you can punch quite a few times. Get some heart candies there. They give you some kind of a food buff. I forget exactly what. Now, if you were watching, you saw some of the items that he was dropping. A couple I want to show you. Okay, I've already picked up one locked toy box previously from my thing there. This is one of the things I want to show you. Draconis Missive. They drop a lot. I got 4. I did not have any in my inventory before I went because this is literally my first time hunting Santa since I've been back from vacation. Well, I'm still on leave for the next few days from work. I don't go back to work till Tuesday after the New Year. The Draconis Missive, I picked up 4 of those just from hitting that one fat Santa. And you see, if you open them, you get things like a Draconis Ferris Token. Every once in a while, you may get lucky and actually just get a dragon riding skill by opening one of these. But the big thing with those is you open them and you get a Draconis Ferris Token. Now, with the tokens, you get either an Iron Dragon, Crimson Dragon, Bone Dragon, or a Night Dragon. Each one will cost you 40 of these tokens. And you saw I got 4 just from hitting one fat Santa. It does not take long at all to get 40 of these things built up. And actually, I do believe, well, before I do anything else, because I believe there was, okay, you can see the fireworks for 7 days. They don't stack. They just add up. So it's a good idea once in a while to go through and just delete them or whatever. You cannot trade them. There is no sale value, so you can't sell them to an NPC merchant, and it can't be stored in the guild bank. Now, of course, if you just want to use it and set it off, go ahead. I just pop one off. There's a 60-second cooldown. There it is. Okay, so if you just want to play and set off the firework, you can do it that way. Although you will build up so many of these so quickly, eventually you get tired of the fireworks. At least I do. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm just deleting a bunch. And I believe there's another thing here I wanted to, that we picked up. Oh, the Heart Candy Canes. Can't trade them. You can't sell them to an NPC merchant. And it can't be stored in the guild bank, but you can drop these into your own bank. Now, at least these stacks, you can pick up as many of these as you want. It replenishes 4% of your MP per second for 25 seconds. Up to 100% MP. Okay, I forget what the other food buff was. Was it a Friendly Feast? I don't remember. But whatever they were. You saw me killing these guys and what was popping at the lower right. I wasn't watching the lower right like some of you hopefully were. And I don't think there was anything extra special here. It's all different stuff. Oh, locked toy box. Let's see. Parcel post. I have not opened a lot. I was thinking about opening these, but you've all been through your maintenance rewards already. So I'll skip the maintenance reward items. That happened after last week's maintenance, and because I did get home just a couple days ago, I have gone ahead and logged in just to get them. That was one of my accumulated login event rewards. Here's part of the Christmas hot login. Oh yeah, Easter fashion coupon pouch. Everyone should be getting those from the special login. I don't know why it's called Easter, but whatever. Some fish fritters from the Christmas login, Christmas New Year hot login. Toy box keys. I got 3 of them. Okay, cool. So I guess you get like 3 a day. Accumulated login event. Oh, that was Christmas and New Year. Another Easter fashion. Again, some of this is from today and from yesterday because I got back yesterday. The toy box, and I got 1 toy box key on this one. Not sure what the number is going to be on that. Oh, I did not get my accumulated daily login per day. And again, I mentioned this. This is going from 14 December to 25 January. We usually have these going on. And if you ever forget what the dates are for the specific current period, you can see at the very top, it just says event period and it gives you dates. That's all the time. So even if we have a new one, this one goes away. And if I recall correctly, yeah, this time there are no Stormcry items. Sometimes we have them in here, sometimes we don't. Mostly just typical stuff. And the big payoff is going to be a superior stigma chest. And that was my accumulated. I picked up 3 emeralds just now. And I wanted to go back here because I now have 4 event toy box keys. I have 1 locked toy box. And that's not what I want to do. All right, maybe this one works in the key. Some of these different things work differently. Okay. All right. So what I did was selected to use the key, and then that combined with the box. Yep. And I only had 1 box, so I can't do another one. All right. And now I can open this one. Ducal, Good Supplies, and 3 Wintera Tokens. And with the Wintera Tokens, you can save them up and get things like Smart Dad Niviot, a little hairband for Rudolph. You can see on the right what some of the different purchase prices are. And again, if you are into, there's a riding skill for trekking Kumas. It's only a 30-day thing, so bear that in mind if you save up enough of these Wintera tokens to get, if you want to try this special Kumas to ride. It's only a 30-day temporary item, so you may want to get something permanent like the hairbands. Of course, Smart Dad Niviot structures, you can buy those. You can't trade it. Can't be stored in the guild bank, but you can put it in your own bank. And the hairbands, they're all going to be the same. You can't trade it, can't sell it to an NPC merchant, can't put it in the guild bank, but you can put it in your own bank. So like if she were to buy one, she could put it in the bank, and one of the other characters could pick it up because it says bind on equip. So the fact that you buy it, it's not going to bind to you until after you equip it. So you can put it in the guild bank, have another character pulled out. All right, so you got brown Rudolph, you got red Rudolph, mask choice token. You can get a Survival Mask 1, Rider's Mask 1, Light Mask 1, or Powerful Mask 1. That's going to cost you 50 tokens if you get one of those. You have a Frostbitten Nose. Same stuff as the hairbands. Can't trade, no sale value. Can't be stored in the guild bank. And it binds on equip. That'll cost you 50 tickets. Bravery Potion, 2 tickets. Charitable Christmas Kumas. Learn how to summon a Christmas Kumas. And okay, now the Christmas Kumas, which cost you 70 tokens, apparently is permanent. It doesn't say anything about being temporary. And it's simply no sale value. So I guess you can actually trade that one with other people, put it in your own bank or whatever. All right. Rabbit Hat. Now this one you can look at the properties up there. You can buy it on equip, and this can actually be liberated one time. It's a back slot item. So that's for your back. You can have a little rabbit inside a hat running around on your back for 30 credits. But the only restriction is no sale value. So you can trade with other players, put it in your bank, do whatever. And I guess you can put it in the guild bank. Same with the blue bobble hat. You can see the properties up there. The only restriction is no sale value. It binds on equip, and you can liberate it one time. The Ushanka hat. I've seen a few of those before, and it's the same properties as the other 2 hats we just talked about. The Footsteps. Friendly Festive. Again, binds on equip, can liberate one time, no sale value, but you can trade it, put it in your bank, put it in your guild bank. Footsteps for the Happy Penguin. Same properties as the previous one. Okay, and that's all the items for the Wintera tokens. And again, if you play PvP type things, which I do not, then you can gain some other Wintera tokens by doing those. We went over those rewards. And we already did the Draconis Ferris Tokens. Alright, now what I'm going to do is try to find some more Santas. Well, there goes another Pet Santa right there. Let me just beat him up real quick. Get it, so you have to keep an eye on it. Alright, so just very briefly, Veteran Guardian Crate. You can get golden or silver talents from this, and I just pop it. I happen to get 6 golden talents out of it. Draconis Missives. Okay, looks like I got 5, so that was 5 more. I should have a total of 9 of the tokens. I was kind of hoping I would pop a dragon automatically. It happens, but it's rare. I've had it happen several times in the past because I've done this many times. I'm up to 9 tokens now, and all I need for each of these things, flying skills, is 40. It will take no time at all to get that. And I did want to go to the, and you can see the fireworks. They're all building up really quickly. Ducal gold supplies, that was something we picked up earlier. And again, I had mentioned in my previous video, my wish list, they still have not changed the items from a lot of the boxes, like the Ducal gold supplies. You can see a lot of those are old things that used to be enchanting materials, but when they redid how the enchanting works, they did away with a lot of those enchanting materials. So a lot of them, the only thing you can do with it now is exchange them for metamorphic emblems. I still keep hoping they will rework a lot of these boxes so that they'll reduce the amount of, get rid of all the excess enchanting materials that are no longer used for enchanting to hopefully increase the percentage chance of getting the other stuff that's already in there. Or maybe you can put a few other better things in there from stuff that we actually still use. Was it Friendly Piece? I think it's what it was. So there you go. Can't trade it. No sale value. Can't put it in the guild bank, but of course you can put it in your own bank and share it with the other characters on that same gamer tag. And this increases your healing effects of buffs by 9%, raises your max HP MP by 5%, increases your crit resistance factor by 20, lasts for 15 minutes. And this apparently affects you and up to 20 people within a 20-meter radius. 1 battle dish at a time. That's just a standard rule for all battle dishes. And we did, and I got at least one more toy box. So let's see what we end up with. Must have got a couple. Okay, let's see what we got here. Crafter's Cure-All. I love that because I do a lot of crafting and gathering. Plus, I got 3 more Wintera tokens. I think 3 Wintera tokens is typical for all of these. Metamorphic Emblem Chests. That's a typical thing you get. Not enough inventory space. Look at me, filling up my inventory space. Gee, I wonder how that happened. Real quick, let's just pop another firework to show you. Okay, that's what the firework thing looks like. And there is a however many second cooldown, so I'm just going to destroy a couple. Like I said, the fireworks will add up very quickly, and especially if your inventory is already getting pretty close to full to begin with. So before you go do hunting Santas, you may want to actually clear as much stuff out of your inventory as you can. Oh, the Easter Fashion Coupon Pouch. That was from one of the login things. You saw that earlier when I picked it up. Okay, so these are Easter Fashion coupons. You can watch them. Get 18, 48, 27. Baronial, it's a random number each time you open one. Okay, and that gives us some Easter Fashion coupons. We'll mention that we're on the website reading through the stuff that we're going to get through these. Okay, I don't see it there. Let me go back to this. Were they in here? Oh, you know what? Come to think of it, I think that opens. There they go. Right there. Okay. It's under the thing that looks like a beaker. All right, you can get certain skill manuals here. Apparently, we can get a Wintera snowmobile. cannot trade it, no sale value, can't put it in the guild bank, but of course you can put it in your own bank. And that's a Wintera Snowbite, 5,000 of these. And I'm going to go through these just briefly, just look at the properties. Looks like it's the same. All right, now we're getting into Twinkling Twin Teardrops. Perfect pokey things to pretty up your party. For Warrior, bind on equip. Can't trade, no sale, can't put it in your guild bank, but apparently you can put it in your own bank. But it's specifically for a Warrior. Okay, then you got something for Lancer. Come on, someone got a Cold War Bomber box. Neato. Slayer, Berserker, Sorcerer. Oh, I think this is a weapon skin. Looks like they all have the same exact. There we go. There's the one for Brawler. Reindeer Rumblers. Okay. So depending on your class, you're going to get, I guess, a different thing there. Yeah, but you would trade for whatever class you want to be. All right, then we have Chocolate Egg. Okay, so these are costumes, skins, for armor skins. I don't know what you would call it. Same thing, can't trade them, no sale value, can't be stored in the guild bank, but apparently you can put it in your own bank. But of course, since you're buying these with the tokens, you may as well just buy it with the token. Okay, I'm not going to go through each of the, okay, there's different, this is kind of like the old-fashioned tokens that we used to get from farming Island of Dawn monsters, which they don't actually drop anymore. I miss those things, love those things. And here you can get some dyes. You have a mystery dye, red dye. I will just skim through them. Looks like they're just different colors of typical dyes. And then we have some more clothing type items. Can't trade, can't be stored in the guild bank. Apparently you can put it in your own bank. Okay, that was bound on equipment permanent. And then you get down to some that are only good for 7 days. So be sure when you're in these tokens here, you're looking at the effective period and stuff to be sure it's a permanent one. Because this one says the effective period is only for 7 days. Can only be used during the listed real life time event. So be careful with that. Be sure you keep an eye on these properties if you're in these tokens. Looking at some of these. This appears to be permanent. That appears to be 7 days. I don't want to spend all day on this, so I'm kind of skimming through them quickly. If you need to go back and pause the video because you see one that's interesting, go right ahead. It looks like this is all just Reapers items on this particular tab. So unless you happen to be playing your Reaper at the time, then we'll go back to this. And because I didn't really go over it when I went into it, the Easter Passion coupons themselves, the actual coupons, can't trade it, no sale value, can't be stored in the guild bank, but apparently you can put it in your own bank. So since you can drop it in your bank, if there's certain things in there you want, and say I'm playing on my Brawler, but I want to give a weapon skin to my Archer, the easiest thing for me to do is just drop these in the bank, switch over to my Archer, pull them out, and then have my Archer go ahead and purchase the weapon skin. That's the easiest way to do it. Now, we've so far killed 2 fat Santas over here. I'm going to try to find at least one tiny Santa. If you see a tiny Santa, generally, I think it takes 1 or 2 hits to kill them usually, and they normally only drop 1 item, a very small item. But I'm also wanting to try to find what is called Sante Glaus. That's what you're really looking for. He's the big dog that you can punch on for a long time, and he'll give you big rewards. That's the ones I usually hunt for. So I'm going to go hunting for that. But I'm probably going to have to skip ahead because I don't know how long it's going to take me to find them. And like I said, around different towns, they don't really give a list, but around different towns around the world, you can find these in the outskirts of those towns and the surrounding areas, all these Santas. But they don't give a specific list anywhere. But a lot of people go to High Watch in the surrounding area here because that seems to be the largest concentration. And I have searched in other areas, and I have found them out in outskirts of other towns. And it seems to me, this is just my speculation, but I've been doing this for every year that they've had it, and I usually hunt them for hours every day. And it seems to me like the towns with the highest concentrations of players, like in this case, High Watch is usually one of the most populated areas around the world. It seems like those seem to spawn the most Santas. So that's why most people go to High Watch in the surrounding area. Okay, it won't be actually inside High Watch. You have to go to the surrounding area like we are. Okay, so I am going to hunt some Santas, see what I can find, and I'm probably going to have to skip ahead in the video so that we don't, you don't see me just flying around for a long time hunting Santas. All right, so off I go. And when you looked at, I didn't have to go far. I looked out. That is, you can barely see the name, Sante Glaus, okay? Not Santa Claus, Sante Glaus. So let's go ahead and beat up on him a little bit. Because this is the big dog I was talking. I literally just flew like a few seconds and he appeared. This is so lucky. I swear to God. I cannot believe how lucky I get sometimes when I am recording things for you guys, especially like enchanting and stuff. And I just happened to luck out and find him quickly this time. Thought I was going to be flying around for a long time, but it wasn't. Now, the Sante Glaus is much bigger than the Fat Santas that we have done. And he drops a lot more stuff. Castanica Midnight Oil, Lein's Dark Root Beer, Moongourd Pies. Oh, you'll get a lot of Moongourd Pies. I actually, that's one of the things I really hunt him for, actually. Oh, transparent masks. If you don't want to buy one of those from the store, this is your opportunity to get one for free. And you can easily get a transparent mask for each of your characters because those things drop a lot during this event. So he will last a lot longer and drop a lot more things than the Fat Santas do. Now, the one drawback with the transparent, now, when he gets too far from his spawn spot, he will run back over there. Oh, did he just? Oh, no, okay, he's still there. Now, the transparent masks have the same drawback as the fireworks we were talking about, to where they don't stack. So every time you get a transparent mask, it's going to take up a different spot. Now, if you need transparent masks for a bunch of your different characters, that's fine. Do your best. Hey, stop that. Oh, Baronial Guild supplies. We got the Ducal supplies on the Fat Santa, but we're getting the Baronial Guild supplies on this one. I know these guys are going to be coming around to annoy me here soon. We got more Moongourd Pies. I see a smart dyad nougat structure on the ground there. Love those things. And I'm getting more locked toy boxes, but I think I've already used up all my keys if I recall correctly. So, like I said, when you do the Santa event, you will usually end up with a bunch more boxes than you will ever get keys for. Especially if you're out here hunting him on a regular basis, daily, whatever. Now, sometimes when you were fighting these guys, other people will come along and beat up on them too, especially the Fat Santa or the Sante Glaus here, which we're fighting right now. And that's okay, because the event is for everyone. Oh, man, come on. I want to get to the other side of them and try to drive them back the other way so that it doesn't do that fast run thing again. You might have 3 or 4 or however many people beating up on him at the same time, and he'll be dropping a bunch of stuff for everyone. But even if you don't have a pet who can auto-loot, that's okay, because the items that he drops because you hit him are tagged only for you. so the other players who are there, they're not going to be able to steal your drops. And by the same token, if you try picking up anything that he dropped that was for them, then you're not going to be able to pick it up. It's going to tell you that does not belong to you or something like that. So don't worry about it if other people show up and they're also fighting the same Santa as you, because you're still going to get all of your drops, and they are going to get all of their drops. You're not going to be missing out on anything at all. And he will still last for quite a while, even with all of you attacking him at once. Let's turn around again. And you see right there, someone suddenly showed up, and they're fighting too. Now I've already... Oh, I thought he died. Now you see a bunch of my stuff, my pet is not picking up, and I think that's because my inventory is probably full, so he's probably only picking up those items that stack. So I'm going to have to go through and delete some stuff out of my inventory and go back again to pick up my items. But at least they're still there. Like I said, this other player can't pick up my items. Like I said, he will last for quite a while, even with 2 or more of you fighting him. Oh, come on. Come on. Trying to drive them back out into the open away from the side here, but keep ending up on the wrong side. It's just when I get around all these bushes and things, sometimes I keep getting stuck, and it's like, ah. All right, let's see if I can drive. Of course, that other player's pushing back this way though, so. Okay, now he is dead. We are done. Okay, so now as you can see, let me try this. See this one Leon's Dark Root here that's like in black? Okay, I was hoping it would tell me that does not belong to you, just so I could show you that. All right, now I'm going to go back to the area back and forth here. I'm not worried about fireworks. I'll leave those lying on the ground. And she was telling me I can't hold another whatever. All right, let me delete. All right, okay. I wanted him to stop picking stuff up. Because if you try deleting things while your pet is still picking things up, that can sometimes cause problems where your little visual things jump and you actually don't delete the wrong thing without paying attention, going too quickly. So it's a moment I'm trying to do. And if I go into my clothing items, you can see I have several transparent masks. None of my characters on this gamer tag need it. I cannot trade. Okay, and I can't send it to any of my other gamer tags because you can't trade them. Although I could put them in my bank if I needed to. Oh, there goes one. And this character actually always wears her transparent mask because she has a powerful mask on as well. So the transparent mask makes sure that the powerful mask is not seen. Okay, now you can see that I've cleared some space. My pet is going picking up a few more things. And a transparent mask, if I take it off, you can see I'm wearing a powerful mask, which covers my face up. So what a transparent mask does, if you're not already aware, if you're wearing some sort of mask, like a powerful mask or a flight mask or whatever some of the other masks are, those will cover your face. But if you put the transparent mask on, that will make that other mask disappear so you can actually see your face. That's what a transparent mask does. And this is, if you don't already have one and you need one or you just want one, then this is the best event by far to get it because they're free. And you will get a bunch of them. Lean's Dark. Prime Battle Solutions, you'll get quite a few of those for free. Now, of course, you can buy Prime Battle Solutions from NPC vendors, but there are so many events like this one where you get them for free that I don't even bother to buy Prime Battle Solutions because, you know. All right, now, back to the inventory. I went over the transparent mask with you, showed you what it does, in case you don't already know. Let's see, what do we, event toy box. Oh my goodness. I actually got a Conjurer's costume from a toy box, plus my 3 Wintera Token. What I tell you guys, when I record for you guys, I luck out big time. Okay. But actually what I was trying to do is see what other things in here might want to show you. We went over to Draconis Ferris Tokens earlier. Let me see if that Conjurer costume is here, or if it went. I need to drop a lot of these jack-o'-lantern glasses into my bank. I keep forgetting about that because I got a whole bunch of them during the Halloween thing, and I meant to drop them all in the bank so I can give them out to my other characters because this was the one who was doing all the farming. But I keep forgetting to do that. All right. Oh, there it is. The Conjurer costume showed up as a box under the beaker-looking thing. And it's a smart box containing a ruby tuxedo top. Only function for females, so the Conjurer costume is only for females. And it'll automatically generate corresponding equipment for your character when you open it. So regardless of your class, it's going to give you a Conjurer costume for your class. You can sell them, apparently, because the only restriction is no sale value. You can't sell it to an NPC merchant. You can even see it says down there the average broker sale amount at the moment is around $36,400. So you can just put them in the broker, sell them, give them to other people, drop it in your own bank, drop it in the guild bank. The only restriction is you can't sell it to an NPC merchant. All right, she doesn't have a Conjurer costume, and she's my main character on my main gamer tag. I'm going to go ahead and pop it for her. I was debating if I wanted to save it for another character, but no. So, again, because she's a human female, it automatically generated per human female. And there it is right there. But once you have opened it and you have the costume, you can see it is bind on equip, and you can liberate it one time. You can't sell it to an NPC merchant because it has no sale value. Now, I haven't bound it yet. So at the moment, I could still drop it in my bank and have another human female character pull it out and use it. I can still put it in the brokerage and sell it. I can just give it to a friend or whatever. Send it through Parcel Plus. But I'm going to go ahead and equip it and bind it because that's one of the outfits this character does not yet have. And because she's my main on my main gamer tag, I give her most of my costumes. All right, so that is a Conjurer costume. I honestly, and I'm still wearing my water pistol thing that I got from previously because I like it's cute. So that's Conjurer costume for a human female. Ta-da. I wasn't expecting to get that, but I got it. Just happened to look out and get it. Cool beans. Now, let's see. Go back in here. I'll delete those things later. Oh, Castanica Midnight Oil. Can't trade it, no sale value, can't put it in the guild bank, but you can put it on your own bank and share it with your characters on your same gamer tag. This increases the crafting speed of all equipment by 50% for 1 hour. You can see I've gotten 10 of those already. In fact, I don't think this one stacks very much. I think 10 might be the max, and then it starts another stack. I can't remember. Lein's Dark Root Beer. We've got a bunch of those. You can see the only restriction, no sale value, so you can do whatever else you want with it after that. And this increases your attack speed by 20. But it does cause dizziness. And they actually sell pretty well on the trade broker if you don't plan on using them. Right now they're going for about 383 gold. We went over the friendly feast, but if you want to look at the properties again, ta-da, there you go. Easter Passion Coupon, we went into that. Moongourd Pies. I don't remember if I mentioned this before. I don't think I did. Reduces your crafting time by 20%, 3-second minimum. And increases your critical success rate by 10% when you're crafting items. So you might get some crits, get some extra items while you're crafting. I use these a lot because I do a lot of crafting. And I love them because if say I'm crafting a whole bunch of like silver plate or a whole bunch of gold plate, like thousands at a time. Crafting time increase of 20% ends up saving you some pretty good time doing your crafting. And, of course, with your critical success improved by 10%, every once in a while you're going to get more crits than you would without using it. So before I start crafting items, and especially since I have a huge stack of these sitting in my bank, and I usually get most of them during this event each year, during the Christmas event. So go out there, hunt you some Santas, get you some Moongourd Pies if you like to do a lot of crafting. And you see it lasts for 30 minutes. So you take one of these for the next 30 minutes, all the crafting you're doing, your critical success chances increase by 10%, and you're reducing your crafting time by 20%. So again, especially like if you're going for that shiny gold title for life, can't think of what the name of it is, but the one, you know, I've done the video for how to get that one, and crafting is a big part of it. There you go. That's going to help a lot. And the average brokerage sale right now, wow, I didn't realize that popular. But you can see right there, you can sell them in the brokerage, and right now they're going for like 926 gold. Or you sell it to an NPC merchant for 10 silver. I don't know. I didn't realize it would sell that well. Heart Candy Cane. I think we already did that one, but there's properties just in case. Crafter's Cure-All. I mentioned that earlier, but I didn't show you the properties. No sale value. Can't be stored in the guild bank. You can sell it or give it to other people. Now, these do sell pretty well on the broker. Right now, they're going for about 19.6 thousand on the broker. It immediately restores 4,000 production points, which is right about your max almost per day of production points. So, again, if you're doing a whole bunch of crafting, you're using your Moongourd Pies, you're getting your time down, you're getting your critical success rate up, and you burn through all 4,000 of your points for the day, you take one of these, boom, you're back to 4,000 production points instantly, okay? And again, you can drop it in your bank, use it with your other characters. Actually, if I have these kind of things on some of my other gamer tags where I don't do as much work, even though I do use them as alternate gamer tags because I can save production points by doing gathering and stuff on them, send them here. I can trade back and forth, send these through Parcel post to each other. So you can send them to your friends, sell them to trade broker, do whatever. Love crafted cure-alls. Baronial Guild Supplies, okay? We just picked up a couple of those from the Sante Glaus. And it looks like these as well. They still have a whole bunch of the old enchanting materials, which are no longer used for enchanting. The only thing you can do with a lot of those materials is trading for metamorphic emblems. I'm hoping they go through and fix a lot of that for a lot of these boxes. Even the elite gold boxes that we get every day if you have elite status. I think they still mostly drop just sapphires and rubies, which was the old lower level gears, which we don't even use for enchanting anymore. So hopefully they will sort of get rid of at least the sapphires dropping from those kind of boxes and give us a higher percentage chance of getting some of the stuff that we actually use, you know. Ducal Guild Supplies, mentioned that one earlier because we got some of those from the Fat Santa. All right, so that's some of our stuff. Is that a tiny? My goodness, we're lucky. That's a tiny. I mentioned them earlier. You can only hit them a couple times, and they're only going to drop a little thing. There you go. 2 hits, he's down. Okay, he didn't even drop anything. Sometimes it'll happen. And sometimes they'll drop one thing, but it's a little. Okay, there goes another fat Santa. Okay, but that's enough for the video. I'm going to go ahead and finish up here. Oh, I wish I had thought to take a screenshot with the Sante Glaus in the background. That would have been sweet. Okay. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and stop recording. And then I'm going to go ahead and beat up on this fat Santa here. And I happened to realize that I had a few extra keys in my Parcel post box, and believe it or not, I just picked up a headliner's costume. Another costume she does not have. No sale value, so you can trade it. You can see it's selling for over $45,000 right now in the trade broker. You can drop it into your bank. You can put it in the guild bank. And again, just like the other costume we did earlier, this costume is going to automatically generate whatever your race is. And it's for female characters only, so it has to be a female that gets this. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it for her because she does not have a headliner's costume. Cannot believe how lucky I'm getting today with these boxes. All right, headliner's costume for a human female. All right, and you can see the only restrictions, no sale value. It can be liberated one time. It is bind on equip, so you can put it in your bank, give it to another character who happens to be human, female, or whatever race you opened it as. You can still sell it and all that sort of thing on the trade broker, not to an NPC. All right, so let's try it on. And there you have it. This is what the headliner's costume looks like for a human female. I am going ahead and adding a little extra clip here to the video simply because when I was recording before I forgot that I wanted to show you the different dragons, give you the visual of them. Because as you can see, I just went into my bank. I happen to have a few extra Draconis Ferris Tokens from where I farm them every year anyway. And I already had a couple of dragons in her skills. And I went ahead and grabbed the other two dragons just so I can show them to you. So if I go into my skills, and then, oh man. Okay. As a reminder, you can go ahead and get your skill manuals here for Iron Dragon, Crimson Dragon, Bone Dragon, and Night Dragon. And again, it only takes 40 of the tokens to get each of these dragons. And you saw I got like 9 really quickly, just from a couple of quick fat Santas. So it'll take you no time to get yourself a free dragon mount if you want. And you can see the stuff it does there. Movement speeds 290, restores 1% max HP and MP. You get passive skill Dragon Master, which grants a chance to increase your crit power against monsters by a factor of 1.5 when you're not mounted. And it doesn't stack with passive skills from other mounts, and that's typical of all mounts. And that is the Iron, and it has to be the last mount you use for the bonuses to take effect. That's typical. That's Iron, Crimson, same stuff. Bone, same stuff. Night Dragon, same stuff. Can't trade it. No sale value. Can't be stored in the guild bank, but you can drop it in your own bank once you get the book. You know, the skill manual. And the tokens themselves, again, it's the same thing. You can put it in your own bank, have another character pulled out, but you can't trade it. No sale value. Can't be stored in the guild bank. And if I go into my skills, see, first one, let's see, Iron, Crimson, Bone, or Night. Okay, this is the Iron Dragon rod. Okay, so this is what your Iron Dragon looks like right here. And it is a flying mount, it'll fly. Oh, I forgot. I can't. I have to be not riding it to go back and put another one into effect. Okay, this is what your Crimson Dragon looks like. Nice red dragon there. Oops. This is the Bone Dragon. You can see the skeletal looking dragon there. This is what your Bone Dragon looks like. Personally, I think it's kind of cool looking, a little skeleton dragon. And there is only one more. The Night Dragon. And Night Dragon is also a skeletal bone looking thing, except it's black instead of white. Alright, so those are the 4 dragons that you can get from those Draconis Ferris tokens. And I just wanted to show you those real quick. Until next time, enjoy Tera and happy gaming.